Hello everyone, I'm Pete Jackson, the Exec Director of Infex Therapeutics. That's a new name for the AMR Centre since October last year. Over this past year, we've seen really important new international initiatives to reinvigorate the AMR ecosystem. 20 major pharma companies have committed together to provide $1 billion of new funding. That's for clinical trials of promising new treatments. And 12 major global finance companies with hundreds of billions under management have joined together to launch investor action on AMR. NHS England, together with NICE, have initiated a world-leading reimbursement trial for AMR treatments, with the first 2 drugs selected just at the end of last year. And we're now very hopeful that the new US administration will support the bipartisan Pasteur bill, providing up to a $3 billion reward for innovative AMR drug developers. So once again, we're delighted to sponsor the Bionow AMR Award to help highlight the urgent need to address antimicrobial resistance. This award is intended to recognise the impact and quality of the approach in addressing the problem of antimicrobial resistance. The degree of innovation and the ability to address and circumvent the major challenges in the field is also taken into account. So I'm now delighted to introduce the shortlist and winner via this short video.
The shortlist for the Bionow AMR Award, sponsored by Infex Therapeutics, is Antibiotic Research UK, Opilotech, Bionow Therapeutics, The winner of this award has developed a program that uniquely brokers the patient voice in decision-making within AMR. Through their patient support program, patients and families suffering with resistant bacterial infections now have access to confidential support and bespoke information. The patient support program is spearheaded by a pharmacist and nurse, with support provided by a web-based portfolio of resources on resistant bacterial infections. A confidential email and a dedicated telephone number is also available. Demand for the service is steadily growing, and the charity behind the project has built an influential network of contacts across the sector with expertise in the AMR field to broaden the engagement of stakeholders on the issue of AMR. The winner of the Bionow AMR Award is Antibiotic Research UK.
It's great to hear about these important new initiatives, and very timely given the urgency of the AMR challenge. And we'll be exploring what that means for the sector at the BioInfect conference on the 21st and 22nd. So we'd now like to welcome Pete Jackson and a representative from Antibiotic Research UK to the stage. Hi, Arlene.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Hi Arlene.
Thank you.
Hi Arlene. Well done. I think the judging panel felt it was absolutely vital, the work that you're doing to make sure that the patient's voice is being heard, and also that you're acting as an advocate for them to government. So congratulations on the deserved award, and please say a few words.
Thank you very much. I'm absolutely thrilled and delighted to accept this very prestigious Bionow AMR Award, recognising the novel patient support service that Antibiotic Research UK has set up. As some of you will know, the charity has been very focused on working with the science community and academia and industry to develop new antibiotics, new treatments, but also to raise public awareness of this possible pandemic coming our way in AMR. But very quickly, the charity realised that patients and sufferers were out there, isolated and struggling to find reliable, trustworthy information on these resistant and recurring infections that completely blighted their lives, and often on a daily basis. So we've had the privilege of supporting these patients by offering this one-to-one service, and we hear them describe the distress and the suffering that resistant bacterial infection causes, not just for them, but for their families too. And, you know, they talk about, you know, how that they worry that one day they'll be told that we have no more antibiotics left that work for your infection. And so these brave patients, they encourage me to share their stories, you know, to tell their experiences, to try and raise awareness of AMR and to be their advocate for why we must invest in new antibiotics and to protect those antibiotics that we already have. And so really, I'm just absolutely thrilled and delighted to accept this Bionow AMR award, and like to thank you, Peter Jackson and Infex Therapeutics, for this honour and recognition. And I'd also just like to thank Professor Colin Garner, the CEO of Antibiotic Research UK, and also Professor Christine Bond, because it was their vision and their guidance and their support that has allowed me to build this patient support service, to grow and to respond flexibly now to the queries we're seeing daily about COVID, about tests, vaccines, and those on antibiotics. So thank you all very much for this very wonderful recognition.
Congratulations, Arlene.